The first X-Men films are classics when it comes to the superhero genre, but for some people, like myself, the series didn't really pick up until 2011's X-Men First Class. The film was originally supposed to be directed by Bryan Singer once again, but instead it was directed by Matthew Vaughn, giving us a fresh take on the beloved characters, particularly Magneto and Professor X. But Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy initially wanted to mirror their performances off of Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart from the first films. McAvoy even went as far as to completely shave his head because he was so excited to play Professor X, only to learn that his character would in fact have hair for this film. Matthew Vaughn eventually made it clear to the cast that he wanted new incarnations of the characters, and not just younger performances of those that had come before. Nevertheless, it was actually important that they keep comic book accuracy. Therefore, the studio went as far as to hire an X-Men expert for the entire cast, just to make sure that they were keeping in line with what had come in the comics. Although, there was one cast member that already knew exactly what he was doing, and that was of course Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. But in order to get him for that hilarious cameo, the studio had to 1. Pay money to charity, and they had to allow him to say the words, "Go f*** yourself." Most of the cast from First Class would go on to reprise their role in later movies, which is partially due to the fact that Jennifer Lawrence, James McAvoy, and Michael Fassbender all had a pact that they would only return to the franchise if all 3 of them did. I guess that's why they tried so hard to keep Lawrence around for so long. Go f*** yourself. But not all studios were fortunate enough to keep their actors around, especially not Warner Brothers when it comes to their Batman actors. So, if you want to find out what happened with that first Batman film, subscribe to see next week's Mental Movie